Well, I think we've got to plan for growth. Almost every participant seems to agree with that. We may be wrong. The trends could reverse again. London declined for 40 years, then it suddenly started growing again in '83. We expect it to go on growing. All the signs are consistent. You never know. But it would at least be prudent to go on planning for growth, which means planning for more transport provision for all the additional journeys. I think that's point one. Point two, I'd like to stress is that although we rightly talk about more investment in services into and out of the central area, we need to also to plan for the non-central journeys, including the orbital journeys around the centre and the local journeys into London's local centres. It's where a lot of the growth is going to be, and also where the problem of increasing car use looms largest. We've seen very clearly from TfL's presentation that car use has been, is and will be low in central and inner London. Car use in outer London is far closer, not exactly the same as the rest of the UK, and it's there that the issue of diverting some journeys, and in particular a significant part of the growth from the car to effective public transport, looms very large. I am absolutely convinced that we cannot go on as we've been going on. Successive governments have dodged the issue. Heathrow is unique among world airports. It is totally now beyond the point of reasonable congestion at 99% plus full. It cannot go on, and it is a serious embarrassment to London that it's performing so badly in terms of London's role as an international city. We can only deal with that by doing what so many other cities across the world have done in the past 30 years and building a totally new airport. If you need an example, Hong Kong's old airport, Chek Lap Kok, was an exhilarating experience to visit for those who had the privilege, because it was so apparently dangerous and hazardous, and dare you ever try that flight again. But Hong Kong bit the bullet, hired Norman Foster, as it turned out, reclaimed land and built a magnificent new airport which will stand Hong Kong in good stead for at least the next half century, if not longer. And that's what we have to do in the Thames Estuary, because it's the only place where you can do a Hong Kong operation.
And do you think it's likely that we'll have sufficient political will to see that?
I think eventually we will have to have the political will, because the pressure, increasing pressure, will cause the dam to burst, so to speak, and the politicians will say, we've got to do this, and it's for the good of London and the good of the UK.